Yo, yo, we're going to do some how I clean up my chicken breast before we get it ready to eat, prep it for the week. That's the Kirkland packs from Costco here. So, the first thing we do is clean all the fat off it, kind of rinse the slime that comes with it after sitting. We buy probably 8 of these every time we go, but they're about 9 to 10 pounds a pack. So I'm just going to slice each one of the bags open here so it's ready for me. It's always in the prep. So we got our chicken titties. I got a bowl there for the pups because we feed our pups all the raw trimmings. But I'm going to go through and I'm just going to cut all the fat off with a sweet pair of scissors I found. They're like $25, but they're worth their weight. When you eat a lot of food like we do, the tool is essential. So I've got most of the fat cleaned off. The tendons, I'm going to throw them in here for now. We're going to end up dicing them up into cubes to make it real easy throughout the week to prep meals first thing in the morning or right at night, flash frying them. Kind of like the other vid we have on the channel. But this is step one here. Can be real quick once you get it down. And all of your prep is super important for how effective you're going to be during your week. I think last week we ended up running out of steak for the last 2 days before we had our scheduled time to go because we were just so busy with everything. That sucks, man. I hate doing that. I was using chicken and peanut butter to try to make it up. It's just not the same. Macros. But found that, Sam's Club or Costco has the best, but wherever you can get it, cheap, effective. Some use the restaurant supply stores. I don't know if I've found one here in town. We have a freezer in the back, a little chest freezer. We can fit the rest plus our freezer up front here. So we'll end up doing 10 pounds at a time, and we'd probably burn through that in like 4 days max, probably 3 days between Melissa and I, but I'm still having meals with steak in them right now, so that's lovely. Yeah, the dogs love this. Love chicken. You say chicken and their ears perk up. They know exactly what it is. Almost halfway through here. Get all the nasties off of it. I like to rinse them all though too because just sitting in there, slime from the production and whatever solution they inject them with so they can charge you more per pound. I'd prefer the least amount because it just cooks out anyway. Purchasing water weight, one of those hidden scams. Keeps them more plump looking in the store as well. But overall, these Costco ones aren't bad. Sometimes they've found the ones at different stores leave a lot of tendon in them still, so you end up spending so much time. And then by the time you're done, it's like, well, how much weight did I just cut off of there? Now for us, it's going to the pups, so not a huge deal, but still, won't be spending that type of money. But it is nice to not have to just throw this in the garbage. All right, that's that part. So, got the pups bowls here. We'll end up splitting it up when we make their food tonight. Wash my hands here. All right. Let's see if you can see what I'm seeing here. Okay. Turn this down a slight bit. All right. So I got these, I don't know, 9-quart, something like that. Pyrex bowls, I love them the best. And cutting board knife. And then all the chicken that we just trimmed up. And then what we'll do is we'll start dicing these up so every day we can just grab and go. We don't have to worry about it. You know, you can grill the chicken as well, but we go through phases where we'll use the grill for X amount of months, kind of get burned out of that. We'll do some crock pot style chicken, and then we'll do air fried chicken. But lately I've been on this kick because I can cook it fresh in the morning. You can add kind of whatever flavors you want throughout your week, and you're not locked into one massive batch of. But it does require you then every single day to prep meals. But you know, when you get efficient at it and effective, it probably only takes us 30 minutes in the morning to get the meals, breakfast made, plus all of our meals for the day. And then we always cook fresh at night for dinner. It's kind of our time together to relax and chill throughout the day. And then even then, we're still using food that we've already had prepped, so we're only spending 10 to 15 minutes prepping those dinner meals. Because by the end of the day, you know how it is. You had a long day, exhausted from either work, training, cardio, or the combo of it all. Sometimes you're not looking forward to being in the kitchen for a couple more hours. Sometimes not even 15 minutes, but when you have someone that loves food as much as you, and they appreciate it when you cook for them, you know, Melissa loves it. She loves not having to cook it herself, and I enjoy cooking it for her, so it works out well. But prep, you know, those last 4 weeks, you know, those dynamics might change a bit, where you're just so exhausted you don't even want to be in here, so you might prep them all earlier in the day. So all you got to do is sit down and eat at the end of the day. But important to have a sharp blade, I'll tell you that. Otherwise you're gonna cut yourself if it's dull. Because this I can just glide through without much pressure. Learned that from my gramps. Always sharpening his blades. Probably to the extent of over sharpening them. They were like razors. But some of the seasonings we use, you know, we got standard, just your Himalaya pink salt and pepper. You know, that's an awesome one just to fry up on some fresh green, or you know, pan cook with some olive oil spray on fresh green beans, rice. I mean, you can do the Kinder seasonings. There's a lot of rubs that we put on ours. You know, I grew up with a lot of garlic, salt, and pepper as a kid, so that's a go-to as well. And you can get real fancy at times and saute some garlic, some onions, if you're into that. Bell peppers. You can add some fruit, pineapple, a little more Hawaiian style. And then, you know, there's sugar-free sauces. If you're a sauce gal or guy, I'm usually not, but I do enjoy some Korean style food or Hawaiian style at times. But usually those end up being cheat days, cheat meals, just because of I don't want to use the sugar-free sauces. I'd rather use the good stuff. And I'm a fruit guy, man. I love love adding fruit to my meals. It makes it so less boring, you know. But I found the way that we're cooking this and prepping this chicken when we cook it on a pan, real time, first thing in the morning or right before your meals or for the day, you end up getting just a lot more moisture in the foods. You're not eating dry ass chicken. You know, it's already sometimes difficult for most of us to eat this many meals in a day. So the biggest prep hack for food prep is make the shit taste good. And it doesn't mean you have to add a ton of fat to it either, or sugar. Just think about it a little bit. Play around with the veggies. Veggies can add so much flavor, and they definitely make the plate look a lot better. But man, bell peppers, huge on bell peppers at times. Right now I'm not. I usually add more of the veggies in as we start pulling more carbs. As there's more carbs, there's really nothing, not necessary to have as much bulk, but definitely you want a little bit. And if it's a flavor thing and it helps you get the meals down, that's the ticket. That is the ticket right there. I used to eat plain chicken breast when I was coming up, just plain with no salt and just boiled damn near. And it's disgusting. It's like you didn't even want to eat. But you cook it this way, you can maintain an appetite, and then you're not mentally stressing so much about that you can't have that double Whopper or Five Guys or pizza or whatever you end up craving. This will kill that craving if you just stay full. And that's another thing. Oh, I'm so hungry. Well, if you actually eat your meals on time and you make them taste good, you'll satiate yourself to where you're not having as many cravings. At least that's what it works for me. And I'm a guy that can eat a ton of food. I had to eat a ton to get big. And now I'm in that spot where it's like, man, I just like to eat the food because I'm freaking hungry all the time. But I don't want to just eat plain ass chicken. I want it to have a little bit of flavor. I want it to be moist. I want it to be fresh as much as possible. And you guys heard that I'll blend my chicken and rice. And you know what? Initially, it was just because I'm busy. I ran a construction business before I started the gyms. And so you're always on the run. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, got guys in the shop at 6:30, and then we're out doing estimates and bids, and sometimes I don't even get home till 6:30, and then you still got to go to the gym. So how do you still eat all your meals without going out, without taking too much of your time because you don't have the time? So I ended up for a while there, and I still do occasionally. Depends on if I just do slam in a day, have to add a client, schedule changes. Life happens to all of us. Kids, wife, dogs, clients, work, bad sleep nights, all these factors. Everyone has them. I'm not the only one that deals with them, and you're not the only one that deals with them, trust me. And I would say food is probably I know it's not probably, it absolutely is the number one thing that people are like, oh, food's just hard for me to eat. Yeah, no shit, bro. All of us deal with that. Every single one of us. Until you do it long enough, and then you have a big enough purpose to what you're shooting for and how much you want to gain, how far you want to go, how extreme are you willing to go in order to reach those goals. So for me, with how, the 12-hour days of construction, and because it was my own business, it was dang near 7 days a week. So, I might get a meal at home, but other than that, man, it's on the go. And it's not on the go where I'm sitting in the truck. It's on the go where I'm actually working all day. So I'll blend my chicken and then, eat rice cakes or have a bowl of rice or cream of rice. All rice products for the most part. Easy to eat, easy to consume. You can make the rice taste good the same way, like a couple of Splenda packets and some cinnamon if you're into that. Or just throw the chicken on there and a good sugar-free sauce, salt and pepper, And if you're hungry enough and you're working hard enough and you're doing your cardio and you're lifting the way you should, your metabolism is going to be cranking to eat. I mean, I think there's too many excuses on why people can't get their food in. I get it. I've had every single one of them myself, and what it comes down to is just freaking slamming the food, prepping it, well, in order, prepping all your food so you don't have an excuse and you have food readily available, whether it's cut like this raw, so you just have to flash it real quick, or you've prepped the meals for the whole week. And then just set your alarm on your phone and just literally take a 3-minute piss break, you know, if you're in a job of that as such. Go take a leak, slam the chicken shake real quick, throw the food in your mouth. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way. And you know what? People get all disgusted and grossed out about that. Here's the thing. You blend up chicken with salt and rice. I mean, that's essentially what you're putting in your mouth anyway and blend it in your mouth. This is just pureed like baby food. I mean, you could look at it like it's soup. Warm it up a little bit, then blend it. But it's really not that bad, guys. The trick, if you're blending, and we'll do a blend video here, I'm talking about it so much, you got to get a good blender. Like one of the Vitamixes or the ones they use at the smoothie factories. You know, they're freaking $400 or $500. But you know what? That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So, pretty easy. I mean, what are we, 10 minutes in maybe? And that was the entire 10 pounds of chicken, you know, for 200-pound dude. That's damn near a week's worth of food. You know, you might have some eggs in the morning when you get up. You might have a steak at night, but that's dang near a whole week's of food right there. I mean, obviously, it's all relative to what size you are, but I got 2 full flats, and we'll be able to eat that throughout the next couple of days, prepped and ready. So, what did we learn today? Prep, prepare, set your mind up right, slam the food and set your alarms. And guys, just eat. It's not that hard. All right, we'll see you next time. Peace.